This is Chico Resch. You are listening to the Let's Go Devils podcast on the Primetime Radio Network.
Happy Devils Friday. This is Devils After Dark, coming to you live from a lively American whiskey, 51 Edison Place across the street from Prudential Center, next to Championship Plaza, across the street from Devil's Den. I'm your host, Sam Wu, here with Scotty at SiriusXM Liquid Metal, and from his Palacio Estates in beautiful Beverly Hills, California. Scotty, it's a little loud right now, but how are you doing, man?
Well, I could be doing better, but not the worst game ever by the end. Saw some really cool stuff from our boy Jack Hughes, really elevating into that superstar level. The score and a big portion of the game prior to that wasn't too good. Miles Wood as well. We got to see what's going on with him. Our Beefalytics took a hit tonight, Sam Wu, with Nathan Bastian already out, and now Miles Wood. Then you lose Mikey McLeod for a good portion of the game as well. We had some things going on there with the Beefalytics.
Oh my goodness, actually brought the Beefalytics.
Yes.
Because he
understands
how important Nathan Bastian is. And the Beefalytics, wasn't there, and it cost the Devils tonight, losing 6-4.
It was a tough game, and I'll credit Alexander Holtz, who did some good things and did some bad things. And one of the good things he did is he put a big hit on Matt Martin. But let's talk about this game because there is a lot to get through and dissect in this one. Let's jump into it right now. Home game at the Rock. By the way, it's Devils After Dark. I'm Scotty, Sam Wu, exclusively on the Let's Go Devils podcast network. Vanacek back in net. Well, there's something we didn't see this season very much. Goaltender getting pulled. Uncle Lou is back in town. Zach is back in town. Reverse retro debut at home. And I said it before, and I'll say it again. I think these reverse retros are pretty slick. Not gonna lie. I think they're pretty slick. You let us know what you think. YouTube Live, Facebook Live, Twitter Live, Twitch, and everybody at American Whiskey hanging out afterwards at the bar, having themselves a nice drink. We're going to see our girl Peyton. Line them up there. Make sure you treat your bartenders very well. So the game started off good for the Devils. Our boy Holtz, he took a bad penalty in the beginning, but the Devils killed it off. And then all of a sudden, Miles Wood uses his speed, something that you think the Devils would have really been able to take advantage on the kind of slow-footed Islanders this game. But Miles Wood uses his speed. He gets thrown into Varlamov there. And Devils go on the power play, and it begins with the captain. Oh, my captain. At 5:32 of the first, a PPG power play goal for the Devils. This is another one. The Devils just controlling the puck. Dougie's got it at the point, gives it to Jesper Brad, who moves up the wing, and Nico Hischier is already down low. He's been playing that kind of rover position. Dawson Mercer's been going in the front with Nathan Bastian on the shelf, playing at screen angle on PP1. But Nico is already down low. Brat kind of gives him a little no-look pass there to the side, and Nico just whips a nasty wrister top shelf for his 12th of the season. The number 12 for number 13. Coming from Jesper Brad, his 19th assist, and Dougie Hamilton, his 13th assist on the year. That was a nasty shot. And he had some good feelings going on over here with this game. Because after that, Vitek Vanacek made one of the highlight reel type glove saves with a little scramble in front on Brock Nelson as well. And he's moving to the side, and he puts the glove out there. And you see a lot of times those saves by goaltenders are usually down low. Sometimes the forwards don't get the puck up. This was a high glove save from Vitek Vanacek. He robbed it. Highlight reel quality that you're going to see over and over again from Vitek Vanacek on that glove saves. But we know what happens. Brock Nelson does finally get the Islanders on the board late in the period, 15:37 of the first. This was a sneaky wraparound by Brock Nelson. We got to go with the Paul Heyman style over there. But this was a sneaky wraparound to get the puck in the net. I obviously, Vitek Vanacek was surprised on that one. Didn't think Nelson would get around that fast and be able to do it, but he did. He did his 13th of the season, coming from Romanov. Oh, we're going to have to talk about Romanov in a little bit. And then something that we should have seen, a little foreshadowing. End of the first period. What happened? Jack Hughes hit the crossbar. Nico Hischier. And we've been waiting for Sam Wu, the king of the football calls, to have a John Marino call. It was set up so perfectly. John Marino behind the net feeds Nico Hischier, coming in the front. Just over the top. So close. And then right at the end of the period,
And
what goes on?
left.
Something we've seen. Wide left. Who was the kicker that missed it for the Bills? Was it Norwood?
Scott
Norwood against the Giants.
Scott Norwood.
Scott Norwood.
Yeah, Scott Norwood.
Thank you, Sam Wu, king of the football calls. I was hoping we were going to get that Marino assist right there. But what we saw was Anders Lee right at the end of the period. What was it, like 1951 of the first, which is something we've seen the Devils do. Score late, have those momentum-killing goals, and the Islanders turned the tables on them tonight, and were able to do it to them there at the end of the first. The captain, Anders Lee, puts it home. He got wide open in the middle of the ice. I don't know if you can really fault Vanacek on this one. The Nelson one, you can say maybe he should have. I don't know. They're both tough goals. All the goals against were tough tonight. But I don't even think Vitek saw this puck going in. And Anders Lee gets his 9th of the season to end the first period, putting the Islanders up 2-1. So we're heading into the second. And got a little tough there. But again, I don't know how much you can really fault Vitek Vanacek on these. The Cizikas one, was that I think that was a 3-on-2, right? Is that the one where Boquist and Holtz were both kind of like caught watching the play there as it was unfolding down the ice? And he was able to put it home for his first of the year, coming from Martin and Clutterbuck. That was at 3:31 of the second. And then at 4:05, they get another one. This one was from Wallstrom, which I believe was the rebound. That was the rebound goal. And again, Vanacek is moving to his side. It looked like he got set. And so many times, we're almost getting spoiled already. So many times we've seen Vanacek be able to transition from side to side and then be able to get there and stop those pucks. Tonight, it just wasn't happening. It's how it goes sometimes. But I don't know if you can really fault him. That was another tough goal. But that is the end of his night. Pulled the goalie. The Islanders scoring 4 straight. Oof, that hurt a little bit. 4 straight goals the Islanders scored. And they did 2 of them there in the second period, which is our period. Actually, they had 3 goals in the second period. And that's our. We own the second. We own that. Like Brett Favre owning the Chicago Bears. So Akira Schmid comes in. And, he made some big stops, but it was Dawson Mercer and who? Jack Hughes, who was like a beast tonight, an absolute beast on that ice when he was out there, including 7 minutes straight at the end of the game. But the gravy train, I'm going off the rails on a gravy train. Sam's going to dock me Woo Bucks for singing over there. But what happens is Eric Halla creates a turnover at the blue line, and it is the gravy train who gets the pucks, and he makes the nice stretch pass right up ahead to Jack Hughes. It's kind of a 3-on-2 developing, and both Islanders go to Jack Hughes and leave Dawson Mercer and Eric Halla wide alone. They're just like, man, forget everyone else. We're just going to put the entire team on Jack Hughes because that's how dangerous he is. And what did Jack do? Watch this replay if you haven't seen it. He literally just lets the puck go. Bryce Salvador broke it down in the intermission. He lets the puck go, like takes his stick off the puck and then bats whoever the Islanders defenseman stick away, then puts his stick back onto the puck, passes it over to Dawson Mercer, a perfect pass, who is then able to go high, near side on Varlamov and cut the lead to 4-2. Dawson Mercer, his 7th at 6:03 of the second period, coming from Jack Hughes, his 19th assist, and the gravy train. That is number 6 for him. And now, oh, that's right. We had Akira Schmid right after that, making a big stop on who? Brock Nelson on a breakaway. That could have been very dangerous and game-changing if Akira did not make that stop. Then there was another scramble in front of the net, and it was the gravy train again. It was the gravy train again. And this was from Yegor Sharangovich on the PK. They got an odd man rush going into the zone, and instead of passing it down low to Nico Hischier, who was covered, he tried to pass it back to a trailing Brendan Smith. The puck deflected, and it created a 3-on-1 the other way. It was Ryan Graves in the mass scramble and all the shots that were going on. At one point, there was like an empty wide net there, but the gravy train, I think, made a leg save, and then he made a nice clear to get that puck out of the crease. This is when our boy Miles Wood took a big hit. Now, I don't know, Sam, Will, we're going to have to talk to you about this, when we get to you here in a little bit. And we'll talk to, I think, our boy Vinnie Parise is there as well. And I want to hear from you at American Whiskey, YouTube Live, Facebook Live, Twitter Live, and Twitch about that hit Romanoff put on Miles Wood. At first, I didn't think anything of it. Then you start watching the replays and the replays and the replays. It does seem like the contact was going upwards. And I think this is like the type of stuff that they've tried to get out of the NFL, is aiming up instead of like aiming a little bit more even. Because Miles Wood is taller than Romanoff. And if Miles Wood got hit in the nose and he's taller, that just kind of means that Romanoff had to go in an upward direction, which would be towards the head. And I think that's what they're trying to get out of the game. At first, I just thought it was like a crushing check, but then you have to watch. So if you have to watch it that many times, I don't know. It's a tough one. It's a tough one. I want to think about it. I want to know what Sam Wu thinks about it and Vinny thinks about it. But Miles Wood went down. He was bloodied from the nose, So if your point of contact is supposed to be the chest, but you're hitting that's a distance. That's a little bit of a distance there, and you're taller than the person that's hitting you. When you think about it in hindsight, but at real speed, it just looked like a crushing hit. It looked like a hit from like the 90s that we used to see all the time. But I want to know what you think about it. We're going to discuss it. Mikey McLeod comes in, throws the gloves, Hanson Brothers style, goes after Romanoff. I think maybe each of them got maybe a quick little punch in or two. Nothing too much, more of just a scramble, just a scrum rather. And Mike's the instigator and the misconduct. So he's actually out of the game well into the third, which hurts the Devils, especially in the faceoff circle, where they kind of got dominated tonight. They were only operating at about 42%. The Islanders are up at 58%, and that's not common for our boys. We're usually the horses in that faceoff circle that is, Nico, Mikey McLeod, Eric Halla. You take one of those pieces out of the puzzle, it could turn a little bit different. So the Devils were actually skating 2 men down there because Miles Wood was obviously shaken up. He looked a little dazed. He did eventually skate off on his own. The trainer was there, but, on his own. And he got to the bench, and then eventually he went to the locker room and did not return after that. But you could definitely see in the camera shots the blood coming from his nose. So we have to get an update and see what's going on there. I'm gonna assume it's a UBI, an upper body injury over there. But yeah, don't like seeing that because that puts a big dip in the beefalytics that we have going on. No Bastion, no McLeod now for the majority of the game, and no Miles Wood, who's completely knocked out. And who took over? Ironically, someone you probably wouldn't think of. Alexander Holtz is the one who had the biggest hit, I think, for the Devils. Fabian Zetterlund took a couple from Matt Martin. Well, Alexander Holtz repaid him a little bit after that as well. And unfortunately, though, he took a hooking call right after that. That's right. He put the big hit on Martin, but then he took his second penalty of the day. And it's not what we want to see from those young guys. And I'm sure that's what Lindy Ruff was talking about with Holtzy. So, he's got to watch himself, because that's how he's going to fight himself with less shifts come in the third period, which we're going to head to right now. And forgot about Brock Nelson's power play goal there at the end of the period. 16:47, his 14th of the year, putting the Icelanders up 5-2. And this one, again, I don't really think you can fault Akira Schmidt on this. I mean, Nelson, just working the cycle, and eventually the Devils get bunched up on the far side of the ice, and Nelson just kind of sneaks it on the backside, and he's wide open in the lower face-off circle to just slam it home. I don't know if you can really fault Akira Schmidt. Like I said, I don't know if you can fault any of the goals on the goalies tonight, on Schmidt or Vanacek. But we're heading into the third now, and we do get a little sense of excitement because 2:30 into it, Thomas Tatar puts home a wrister, or they have a little snapshot there from about the center slot position. It deflects off of Sebastian Aho, which sends it in a different direction, obviously, and passed for Alamov. That's Tatar's 7th, from Siegenthaler his 8th, and Jesper Bratt getting his 20th assist on the season. Devils get a power play right after that, but nothing happens. Nothing happens. And I don't know about you. I went into the third, being down 5-2. I was thinking, it's like, yeah, the Devils can come back from this. They can score that amount of goals in that amount of time. We saw them score 3 in like 3.5 minutes a couple games ago. I never really felt the Devils were out of this game. But halfway through that period, when they didn't get anything else, right around like the 9-10 minute mark, they went to a little commercial break. And man, the camera was on Jack Hughes, and he looked pissed. I mean, he took that stick and he just slammed it into the boards as hard as he can. I believe he let out a 4-letter explicit language parental advisory that I'm not going to repeat here, but he looks pissed, and I love it. I love it. Because I can tell Jack Hughes, a leader on this team, Nico Hischier, who you saw was starting to muck it up there at the end of the second period, they don't like to lose. They don't like to lose. It pisses them off when they don't score like 4, 5, 6 goals and dominate a team with their speed the way they know they can. You could tell. They were pissed. I love that. I love that about this team. And I love Lindy Ruff's move of pulling the goaltender at about 7.5 minutes to go. Bunch of chances showing up over there. Anders Lee off one that hit off the post and everything like that. But it was the man, Jack Hughes, who got the team back in the game once again, putting the 4th goal on the board for the New Jersey Hockey Devils at 13:39 of the third, coming from Dougie Hamilton and Jonas Siegenthaler. And this was simply Jack Hughes working the puck. It's a 6-on-5. You got Mercer screening. Jack is moving at the point around the perimeter. He does a nice little whoop, whoop, nice little move. And guess what? He just created himself his own lane. And he's able to put the puck in the net. His 14th of the season. Jackie baby. And that starts the marathon shift. Jack Hughes did not leave the ice for the rest of the game. He was out there playing, hustling like a superstar. Like a superstar that he is. Jack Hughes is unbelievable. Next thing you know, he's deflecting pucks that are going at the empty net. He's batting one away. He's kicking one else out. Jack Hughes is all over the place. He set up Aricala, hit the crossbar. Dougie Hamilton hit the crossbar. Two crossbars. Devils were treating this game like it was a playoff game. They didn't play so well in the first part of it, and then they were down 2 guys by the end, but they were treating it like a playoff game, like no quit in this team in that last half of the third period. Like they were going for it. I love it. I love it. I love that they pushed through like that. And you know what? I hope that they remember this game because this game pissed them off. And I hope that they remember, and I think that they will, for the next time they play the Islanders. Because these are all going to be tough games like this. We know how Uncle Lou teams are. We know that they can shut down in the third. We know that the Devils are the explosive team that can hit you for any amount of goals at any amount of time. I hope they remember this game, put it in their back pocket, and the next time they play the Islanders, they're going to come out and you're going to see just fire everywhere on that ice. They're going to be burning everyone left and right. Devils lose 6-4. Jack Hughes acts like a superstar, though, and carries his team 7-minute plus shift at the end of the game. I've been talking a lot. Hello to everybody at American Whiskey. There's our girl Peyton. I see Vinnie Parise from Game Day Live, along with our man, the king of the football calls, Sam Woo. Let's turn it over to you and everyone on YouTube Live, Facebook Live, Twitter Live, and Twitch. And what did you guys think of this game? And for Vinnie, welcome to New Jersey.
Thank you, Scotty. Man, it was so great to be there for the first time. I've never been to a Devils game. I almost said it's been a long time. It's been no time. But I'll tell you what, when I walked in that building, it was like something I've never seen before. I was just so excited because this is my team. These are my people. And I was just so happy to be a big part of it tonight. And yeah, they lost, but it was a sick ending. You saw, I mean, the way this team plays is so exciting, and even on games that they lose, they find a way to like make it entertaining, make it close. And you described Jack Hughes at the end. He had a minute, his last 2 shifts were 1:30 and then 6 minutes and 20-something seconds left. It was just unbelievable the way that this guy played at the end. It's like, that guy's on our team. And so seeing stuff like that, it was just so cool. I thought it was so much fun. You're going to lose games. That's their 5th loss of the season. And, like, out of what? How many games is that? 21, 5-1, not a math guy. Is that 27 games? You've lost 5 games in regulation out of 27. Are you kidding me? I can't ask for a better start to a season. It's going to get hard. The next couple games in a row are tough. They got some big matchups coming up ahead of them here. They showed like the upcoming home games, and it was like Stanley Cup contender. I'm pretty sure it's Florida, Dallas, and the Bruins are like their next 4 home games. And the Bruins, yeah. Like that. So it's like this team, we're really going to see what this team's made of over the next stretch of games, and they'll slump throughout the year. There'll be a week where they lose 2 or 3 in a row. It's going to happen. I'm warning you right now that that's going to happen. I know you know that, Scotty, but like I'm telling everybody else out there, that's just going to be the case this year. But you know what? I really enjoyed this game. I loved The Rock. I can't wait to go back. And, hey, the Devils have bounced back nicely from losses, so we'll see how they go from here.
Yeah. I got to tell you, Scotty, seeing Jack Hughes literally try to carry his team on his back, getting everybody involved, 7 minutes. I mean, you talk about playoffs, right? This team.
Playoffs?
Yeah, well, this team has no quit. I mean, even when they were down so much, Scotty, let me tell you, everybody's still watching the game. Everybody knows that this team actually has the talent and the ability to mount a comeback. And it's just a matter of getting it done. Those 2 crossbars could have actually went in. This could have been a 6-6 game, and the crowd would have been nuts. But, you know what? Lesson learned. They got to go back to the drawing board somewhat after shutting out the Blackhawks because they got a big game on Monday. And let this be a learning lesson. And you know what? The Islanders are a pretty decent team. They've got the beefaletics.
They're a very good team.
Yeah.
They're a good team, man, and they got good quality goaltending. And again, like we've seen in many games, Devils probably could have scored more than 4 goals tonight. I mean, I think they had 4. I'm thinking of 4 crossbars right now off the top of my head. And then you add that one that Nico just shot over the top of the net from Marino as well. They had a lot of quality chances, and Varlamov really kept the Islanders in this game as well.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. I mean, there's going to be games where you give up more goals than you'd like, obviously. Giving up 6 isn't ideal, but it was largely due to one tough stretch at the beginning of the second period. And most of the Devils' losses are like, if you erase this 5-minute stretch of game clock, they'd be right there at the end. Obviously, that's not how it works. You have to play 60 minutes. But I do think a game like today reminded me that this is the first year the Devils are good with this core. Like, I'm not talking like the Hall year. I'm talking like Bratt, Heischer, Hughes, all not fully developed, but getting there. And it's like this is the first year where we're seeing that. This team's got to learn how to play 60 minutes every single day if they want to win a Stanley Cup. And I'm not sure that that's the case this year. I remembered how important Andre Palat is in a game like today. And so when you get a guy like that back, maybe you don't have those 5-minute stretches. Maybe he helps remind guys like, hey, from the puck drop to the final horn, you have to be on it every single shift. Otherwise, you're not going to win Stanley Cups because that's a guy that's done it twice. He's been to 4 finals. And so, you know, it was one of those games. The Devils looked young tonight. They looked like a young, fun team. And they came into it 21-4-1. Now they're 21-5-1. So there are teams in worse places after a loss like that.
And that's why I said I hope that they remember this game, because they did. Like, Jack looked pissed at the end, and I hope they remember that, because they're not going to want to feel like that again the next time they play the Islanders. Much like the Islanders, we kind of embarrassed them in the last game. You knew they were going to come out swinging tonight after we beat them 5-2, right? Wasn't that we beat them 5-2? So you knew they were going to have a little something lined up, ready to go against the Devils, and they played a good game. You can't say that they didn't play. It's not like they got lucky. They capitalized on their opportunities. And the Devils' defense was a little off tonight. You know, there were some times where, you know, those passes, those connections, the coverage, it wasn't really there. But what I really want to ask is Sam Wu, because Sam Wu loves the Beefalytics, and I love the Beefalytics, and Vinnie loves the Beefalytics. We all love the Beefalytics. Thank you for that T-shirt. Oh my goodness, love it. But Sam Wu, I want to know what your opinion, and Vinnie, you too. Maybe you didn't get to see as many replays, but what did you think of that hit on Miles Wood?
Well, Romanov has a history, doesn't he? Doesn't he have a history?
He was with Montreal before the Islanders, wasn't he? Yeah.
And they got him for a reason. And he's a Lou type guy. And you know what? It's most unfortunate. Let's put it this way. The Devils did shake it off. Yes, they were down. And they mounted that comeback. And I think that's the silver lining right now of it. Miles Wood, Bastion, it looks like Plymouth Rock needs to insure the BMW line, because they're falling like flies right now. And that's not good. But, you know, it's a long season, guys, and I'll tell you, take the guy's license plate number next time or sometime this season. Payback is a you-know-what. And that's what I think they did the mature thing. I know that they defended their teammate. That's what I like. Didn't they take a penalty right after? Was it an Islanders power play?
Yeah, I believe so.
McLeod got the instigator.
McLeod got ejected.
You know, and you know what? It sucks. I'm okay with that because it's regular season. But you know what? You got to defend your teammates, because if you don't, what happens is then it becomes a habitual problem, and it keeps on repeating itself. I don't like that kind of stuff. But I think the next time the Islanders play, I think the Devils are going to, not saying do something, but they're going to keep an eye on it, because he's definitely on the list right now.
He's on the list, and you might remember last year Wallstrom hit Hughes and took him out for the rest of the season. Now, would Jack have missed the rest of the season if they were like in a playoff seat by that point in time? Like, probably not, but they played it safe with him at the end of last year, but it was because of a hit against Wallstrom. I believe it was like right around Easter. And Jack didn't play. Wallstrom, he's not a dirty player by any means. He's like a really good player, actually. But, you know, sometimes hockey happens, and guys are battling. The Islanders, like you said, are one of those kind of like tough teams. They fit the beef-alytics. They got veterans on the team. I mean, it's a team loaded with guys that are like in their late 30s or even late 40s, you know, and so we'll see how they handle it going forward. But, you know, I hope Miles Wood is okay. It is one of those things, like Scotty pointed out, when you're at the game, you're not seeing it over and over again, like as if you were at home watching it, so, or watching it on TV rather. But hey, I hope Miles Wood is okay, because he's been very good this year.
I think Lindy Ruff said he'll be fine.
Okay.
In the press conference, according to somebody on the YouTube Live put that out there. I think it was "Oh my goodness." I'm not sure, but and that's good, you know. And I don't like seeing that stuff, Scotty. But you know what? This is a tough team. This is a resilient team. Just the fact that, again, I can't say enough about Jack Hughes. I mean, 3-minute shifts are already like you're in overtime. But take that entire, you know that you're the marquee of the franchise once you start playing that type of minutes in crucial situations.
Oh, man.
And you know what? It's not like he just dragged his skates out there. He was performing at a high level. It's just like got that close.
He was like Peyton Manning out there, like calling audibles on the ice and everything, like moving people around, man. I loved every second of that. This is, you know, we never like to see, like Sam always says, there's no participation trophies over here, no moral victories, all right? But I loved that the Devils didn't fold up shop tonight. And like I said, they were treating it like it was a playoff game. They were going to play hard and really try until the last possible second. And Lindy showed that by pulling the goaltender and running your star player out there for 7 minutes straight. If you're throwing in the towel, Jack Hughes is not doing that.
And
he's not doing that.
When Lindy Ruff pulled Schmid with 7 minutes left or whatever it was, I looked at my brother. I was like, I don't love this. I'm not going to lie. I didn't love it. And it reminded me of Patrick Waugh back when he was the coach of the Avalanche. Even he didn't do it at 7 minutes, though. I think it was more like 5 or 6 for him. But Jack Hughes went out there and proved me wrong. He's like, Lindy Ruff knew he can do that. And I was really impressed. Guys, he's not as good as Connor McDavid. And Connor McDavid is the best player I've ever seen. And I've watched Gretzky highlights. I've watched Bobby Orr highlights, Mario. Connor McDavid's the best player I've ever seen. Jack Hughes not that good, but he's starting to give me McDavid vibes. And like the way he just dominates on the puck out there is getting close to like maybe like 10 guys in the whole league can do stuff like that.
I'll tell you, this is what Jack Hughes' quality is coming out, and I'm going to spell it out. The Gato and chill, you would think that Jack Hughes is a laid-back guy. What he showed us tonight is he is ruthless. When he is pissed off, he is ruthless, and he will go to at length to win the game. And again, he's almost like Jekyll and Hyde.
That.
1 minute he's Gato and chill, the next minute he's I'm pissed off right now. And he's shown it a couple times. Even in the press conference when they asked him a stupid question, he has that meat streak that you wouldn't think that Jack Hughes, because, you know, he's got the baby face on, you know, when he was first drafted, he was little Jack Hughes.
Now he's a little guy.
Now he's an adult, and he's taking responsibility. He is earning his paycheck. I mean, it's already a great deal, $8 million a year. And the first year, it's almost like he said, okay, they just gave me, I'm starting my big contract right now. When you're in command, you're in command. You lead. It doesn't matter if you have the C, the A, or whatever. And he just literally led that team to just very, very close. And think about this, folks. It's very rare you pull the goalie 7 minutes in the third period. The only times you ever see that is Stanley Cup playoffs, Game 7 out of desperation. At least
Sam
the Devils.
Wu.
Yeah.
Sam Wu, not to cut you off here, but it's very rare for the Devils to pull the goalie at all this season. It's only the second time it's happened.
Time, right? Yeah, that's unbelievable. Yeah.
That's unbelievable.
And Jack Hughes, he's got the skill. We all knew that. He went the #1 overall pick for a reason. You combine the skill with the motor, you get nights like tonight where it's like, holy crap. And he scored a goal in that stretch of like playing 7 out of 8 minutes to end the game. He put one in and they dang near created 3 more. And like they could have won in regulation if you really think about some of the chances they had there at the end.
You see him throwing his arms up
Yeah.
like, let's go,
Yeah,
let's go.
How about the celebration when he scored, Scotty? I mean, he gets out, he goes to the middle of the ice, and you would have thought he scored the game-winning goal with, a second left in regulation. Like, he's unreal. The Devils have never had a player like him.
Yeah,
at forward.
Yeah, at forward. I mean, you know what? It's like never say die attitude. They never quit. But again, they were slow. They looked old. The old Devils, as one of our listeners pointed out, he actually wrote it on his phone and they looked old. But then the third period came, and you know what? These are learning lessons. No one's perfect. They didn't get any points tonight. They've got 2 days off. This is a rough stretch starting tonight. 30-day challenge. I wrote that on hockeybuzz.com today because of the amount of teams, the implications, the Boston Bruins, the Carolina Hurricanes. They both play twice. They play the Florida Panthers twice. They play the Rangers twice just in that stretch. This is why you pad your lead, why you pad these games in October and November, Scotty, because these games happen, and you know what? Devils are still in first place in the Metropolitan Division.
I think we got a brouhaha going on in the background over there. Is that what happened?
You are
Vinnie?
correct. We're all safe, I think, but there was someone out there getting the absolute HB. They looked like Miles Wood out there with the blood all over his face.
Point the camera. We want to see. Yeah.
Oh, Sam, apparently,
like, get out of here.
We got word from our wonderful fans that the camera got the entire thing.
Oh, really?
So if you go back and watch that, Sam, on that camera, you got the entire thing. He looked like Miles Wood. He had blood all over his face.
Wow.
Welcome to Jersey,
Wow.
VP. Huh, Sam? Welcome to New Jersey, guys. I'm here.
Yeah.
I'm here.
Yeah, Vinnie Parise comes, and then suddenly we've got, all sorts of camera action and all that kind of stuff.
I hope you don't mind. Brother Joey grabbed the camera and is filming it.
Oh, no. Joey, you're doing a great job. Keep doing what you're doing.
Keep doing it, Joey. Oh, man.
Oh, boy.
That's too good. That's too good.
Oh, we're having a great time here at American Whiskey. 51 Edison Place across the street from Championship Plaza and Prudential Center. Things are happening.
We got people
I don't know.
Drunk dancing out there.
Yeah, I don't know. You would think that the Devils are losing.
There we go. Get some dancing going on. All right.
I love it here. I'm never going home.
Yeah.
Yeah, this
We
happens
should just
in
have a
Jersey.
I love
podcast
it.
of
I
people
love it.
watching one night.
What happens in
Just
Jersey
drunk
stays
people.
in Jersey, right?
There we go.
I'm going to go out
We
there
just
and
have
dance.
like a drunk people like.
Sam,
That
you
guy's
warned me
hitting
the
the
people were
G-pen.
going to. Sam warned me the people were going to be all liquored up when we came in here.
Oh, that's crazy. That is crazy. I'm telling you.
There you go.
You know what? It's all about having fun here, a little fun here at American Whiskey. This is outside an Edison Place that we're showing.
A Siegenthaler jersey. That's not something you see every day either.
Yeah.
That's a
That's a real fan right there.
fan right there.
And this guy in
You
the
got
car
this guy
is
in the
just
car
like,
just like,
can you
look at this
please
guy. He's just like,
leave me
what the
alone?
hell is going on
Oh,
here?
now he's laughing. He has no clue he's on the #1 Devils podcast in the world right now.
Yeah.
What are we like 20th on iTunes right now? Like,
Oh.
this guy's just chilling.
Oh, my goodness. This is too funny.
Oh, it's too much.
This is too
That
funny.
is great.
Yeah.
That is great.
Oh, my goodness. I'll try to get a better view.
Well, we should get to some you versus woo right now, brought to you by PetStamp.app. It's our score predictions that we go through every game day live with Vinnie Parise and Sam Woo. There we go. There they are. We'll have the live view of our Siegenthaler fan there getting down. right outside on the streets of Newark. But let's get to some you versus Woo right now. I know I was off. I think I said I had a 4-1 Devils victory, so I was off. Vinnie Parise, what did you have for today's score?
I had the Devils winning 4-2, so it's a big wah, 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 wah. That girl is having a better night than I had with my predictions. That's for dang sure.
Oh, they're all having fun, it looks like.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, now there's there we go.
Now we got some of the bros involved. We got some of the bros
Now we
involved.
got everything going on. There we go.
Oh, yeah.
People getting in on it. There we go.
That's awesome.
Oh, my
They got a
goodness.
bouncy
I'm
ball,
crying
too?
right now.
What the heck?
That's not the dude from the car,
Sam?
is it? Is that the dude from the car? No,
I have no
there
idea.
he is.
Oh, my
The
goodness.
dude in the car is just like, I don't know what's happening here. He's like, I just pulled over to, smoke a J like the dude, and I don't know what the hell's going on over here. Sam Wu, what was your score prediction?
I was close. 6-0 Devils.
Yes, Sam,
Okay.
right here. Give me some. Let's go.
6-0, so back-to-back shutouts Sam Wu was going for. Well, unfortunately, we all blew a tire tonight and didn't come out on top. But we're going to do it every single game. And I know on Monday when the Devils play the Rangers, we'll have some more score predictions for you. You versus Wu, Vinnie Parise and Sam Wu, Game Day Live. They do it every single pregame. Make sure you check them out exclusively here on the Let's Go Devils podcast network.
Yeah, also, just
American whiskey!
American whiskey! I just want to announce that on December 12th, Game Day Live and Devils After Dark will be at Stagehouse Tavern, Route 22 in beautiful Mountainside, New Jersey. Arlette is entertaining, DJing, singing. It's going to be a fun-filled affair. The Let's Go Devils podcast will be there. Again, Stagehouse Tavern, Route 22 in Mountainside in Union County, New Jersey.
Exciting. Can't wait for it. Love Arlette.
Yes, we do.
Well, I think it's about time we wrap up this shindig over here. It's Devils After Dark. We've been talking this game. Devils lose, although they really had some good, strong points there at the end. And Jack Hughes, if you didn't know, he's a superstar. And he proved it tonight. He took that game. Everything was running through Jack Hughes. The Islanders had no chance of getting out of that zone. All they could do was ice the puck.
Yep.
When it was 6-on-5.
Yep.
And that was the threat of Jack Hughes always being out there on that ice.
Yep.
The Devils lose, but I think they actually ended up taking a couple steps forward by the end by not just putting this one away and fighting to the very end and making it a reasonable game. 6-4, you'd think, oh, wow, that's actually... really wasn't. But Jack Hughes, baby. Jack Hughes.
He's unbelievable.
Yeah. Final thoughts, Vinny?
I can't thank you guys enough for having me in at American Whiskey. It was so much fun. This was truly one of my dreams to come to a Devils game. So hopefully it becomes more of a frequent thing. So very excited about it. It's a memory I'll never forget. Sam, you brought me in to do the Let's Go Devils podcast Game Day Live and be a part of the family. I've loved every second of it. I wouldn't change anything for the world. So, for me, I always say, with you, let's go Devils.
Yeah, you know what? This man turned 28 today. This is his birthday gift.
Happy
birthday, Vinny.
Thank you.
And it's like we've been best friends forever.
It really is.
Yeah, he just walked in the bar. It was like I already knew that guy. Yeah.
A year and a half ago, we were just like acquaintances. You called me to talk to Nick Villano on the Wednesday show.
Yeah.
We talked for a minute and a half once every 3 months or so.
Yep.
Now we literally talk on the phone almost every single day.
Yeah. Little bromance here on the Let's Go Devils podcast. But you know what? I don't care what you think.
Nope. Not me either.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, very nice, very nice.
Well, we want to thank all those tuning in on YouTube Live. I think, as Dave Singer says, the dancer was amazing. I want to thank the dancer outside for entertaining us here at American Whiskey. All the folks at American Whiskey coming in. Peyton.
Peyton and Frank the Tank and everyone else.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Tip your bartenders.
Yes, tip your bartenders.
Oh, Sam Wu, real quick. I
Yep.
just want to say on the game they showed it was the anniversary of the great Corey Schwab Tommy Soderstrom fight.
Oh.
Devils and Islanders goalie fight. And I know I've told this story before, but I was at that game. I was literally at that game 27 years ago.
Oh,
and
wow.
I still remember to this day, you know, Corey chugging down the ice, chucking those gloves, keeping his helmet on. And I remember when I went home, I VHS taped the highlight package from NHL Tonight to forever remember that goalie fight from whenever what was I, like 13 years old or so? Like,
Wow.
pretty rad, pretty rad.
Awesome. Well, we're going to wrap it up. Just remember Monday, Stagehouse Tavern in Mountainside, New Jersey, Route 22 with Arlette. Devils Rangers viewing party. It's going to be a fun time. All right, we're going to get out of here. I'm going to play the music.
Hit the music.
I'm going to hit the music. I think I got it now. Do I have it now? Uh-oh. I think I pushed something else. Yeah, I pushed something else. I pushed the football music. Uh-oh.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
We don't hear anything, Sam Wu.
That's because I'm the worst producer at home.
I hear it.
There we go.
Yeah.
There's our theme song.
Yeah.
Vinnie, thank you so much for stopping by and making this, I think, one of the best Devils After Dark we've ever done.
Yes.
Thank you for having me, Scotty.
We'll report tomorrow. Till next time.
Let's go, Devils.
Woo!